Thursday, February 20th, I think. Let's see. Yes, it's the 20th. And Staccato DDS is here, and you're all here. And a great good morning to each and every one of you. And for those of you across the pond, good afternoon. We've got a lot to talk about and some special circumstances that'll be happening today, including an appearance by Mr. H over on the Lotus Eaters later on this afternoon. And, of course, the H-Cast will follow that. Many things are happening today, at least 7 shows in a row. You can go from one to the other to the other. If you started over at Loki's, you know what I mean, or even over at Follow the Bradley's Fun. I just want to say that I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you haven't had a chance to watch today's video, please give it a try. It's in the description down below. A little bit of She-Hulk trying to be jammed into the Daredevil series, and you know the director's not having it, so that's always a good time. We've got our friend Jill Powers here. We got an early gifty from Ruby Hoove, as I showed earlier, Culture Casino membership. Thank you for that, Ruby Hoove, much appreciated. Also got a member chat rolling in here from Jeremiah Hembry, and appreciate that as well. We'll get to that in just a moment, but Weatherman is back. And it's amazing. Also back is the amazing Gifty from Liberty Hall's Cat as well. So lots of action over there on the green machine today. And we're looking at, look at all these amazing people over on the tube as well. And X, hello. You know you can comment on X if you choose. And I can actually get it here on this end. Speaking of which, we got a little hobo Gandalf over on the green machine with BMO Beta. The lovely Sherry, who's looking for somebody to feed her Doritos, I read this morning. So if you're interested in doing that, apparently the job is open over on Twitter. No weirdos, though, apparently. Let's see. Who else is out in the house? We've got the Penny. Good to see you, dear. And if I missed you, I didn't mean to. Just trying to get through as many of you as I can before we get started with the abbreviated show today, because it is Thursday. Ms. Pick Cafe, great to see you. Mr. Cat is in the house. I think I see Kremlin. I do. Hello, Kremlin. Hope you're having a great day. 11 Alpha. And here is the member chat from Jeremiah. And it says, 13 months. My goodness. I wonder how President Donald Trump's newest executive order affects Disney. Ooh, we're about to find out. There's a lot of things happening right now. There are a lot of things being exposed. This Stacey Abrams thing is crazy. I don't know how that works. We've got Tim Hayes out there with his own member chat saying, how's it going, Culture? You hobo Gandalf, you. Well, thank you. Yeah, I did play a little bit of that on last night's pro show. Hey, Magnified's in the house. Hello, Tom. Hello, Ms. Pick Cafe. We've got many more people hanging out in the chat. I just want to say thank you to Istaphobos and, of course, M&M Fish and our friend Lee Kindler. Look at the Snakes is here. Mr. Fizzy is here. What's going on? John Yolden from across the pond. We got another gifty from Weatherman himself, who's been doing amazing things on both the Green Machine and here. And I am ever thankful. Chicago's got to be cold. I think that's what I read for Staccato. We've got, let's see, Mladen Kovalev. I think I said that. Go time indeed. Juliet is across the pond. She's saying a good, hearty good morning to everybody. And, well, I guess good afternoon. And calling me young Gandalf. I always feel good when you do that. Frank Hammett is out there. Frank is here. We got Wes Trueblood III. We've got our friend Walter Tomaszewski and Kaladin 910. And with that, we've got to go. Bucky Cat's in the house. Great to see it. Kremlin drops a gifty. Thank you, Kremlin. Much appreciated. Tinder Warrior was very generous yesterday, as was Staccato. It was a fun day yesterday. We had a lot of fun. Yesterday was a lot of fun. I like fun. Who else is out there? Some more people. Watch out. All right, everybody. 6 minutes starts Now, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are and wherever you're watching. Thanks for checking out 6 Minute Daily. We're going to be a lot closer to that than we normally are because we have a show coming up right after this called Morning Magic, which you should be redirect to. Anyway, here we go. Captain America is in rough shape. It's going to drop about 70%. This story kind of came out yesterday, and that 70% drop is going to be fairly traumatic for this film. It's going to drop so much that it doesn't have a chance going forward. And if the international numbers stay equivalent to what they were, this film will struggle to make over $400 million. So that's kind of the area we're going to be paying attention to. We're definitely going to talk about that a bit this morning on various shows, and on Mr. H cast we will be spending a lot of time on it. The Monkey looks to swing a $17 million opening, which surprises me because I don't think that many people are going to be that interested. And the only film I'm going to this weekend is The Cleaner, which we'll get to in just a moment. We've got Greg Gutfeld destroying all the other late night hosts and displacing many, including Bill Maher. I know they don't want to talk about it, but all the other late nights just collapsed, and it's all because, well, telling the truth and being funny about it is popular, and lying and being disingenuous, maybe not so much. This Daria Cercek person was named president of Disney Live Action Theatrical, which means there's going to be more of this terrible monstrosity like Snow White coming up on March 21st. But this is after deciding to bail on Paramount. Well, everybody's bailing from Paramount right now. They are about to be probed by the federal government in a very uncomfortable way. Not to mention the fact, if you think about it, CBS is in big trouble. Lots of things happening over there. Speaking of big trouble, so's Disney. They're getting probed by their investors because of multi-billion-dollar streaming decisions that could be unearthed in upcoming investigation, discovery, subpoenas, depositions. This is going to be a party. Well, for us, not so much for Disney. They're trying to point the finger at Bob Chapek, but really these wheels got turning well before he got into that position of leadership, and he was only there for 11 months. So this is spanning about 3 to 4 years. I don't think any of these things are going to work out well for Disney. Speaking of not working out well, we are going to suffer another season of The Last of Us with Pedro, and Pedro's rough. Not anticipating excellent performance for this show or a whole lot of interest, but I could be wrong. Boy, he's looking old and round. Anyway, moving forward, we've got Lionsgate giving us the dates for new Jason Statham action thriller. This should make Andre very happy. It's called Mutiny, and it'll be showing up in the first full week of January 9th of 2026. I always enjoy some Jason Statham films. I think he's got another one coming up before that, but this is one of the latest announced by Lionsgate. Speaking of Lionsgate, you may not need a whole lot of gates. Apparently, you can get Uber with guns. On-demand armed guard app is launching, obviously inspired, according to this article, by the United Healthcare CEO execution. And you can get pretty much everything. A bodyguard, an Escalade, motorcade, etc., etc. This isn't the right direction I want the world to go. I don't know about you, but I would like to have just a safer world with less crazy people. And maybe we need to make mental health care institutions great again. What do you say? Speaking of what to say, Will Smith is apparently going to give us Hancock 2 with Zendaya. I am unimpressed, uninspired, and uninterested. Not to mention the fact that I don't think he needs to go back in time to try to do a marginal job on a film that didn't really have any popularity until after it had already exited theaters and went digital. We've got Daisy Ridley in this film, The Cleaner, and apparently in making it, she struggled because she had to watch MMA while training for the film. She says it's so violent. Dude, you're in an action movie where you're supposed to be violent. Yeah, she doesn't look good in this, and I don't think the film's going to be very good, and it's only showing 2 times a day through the weekend for me, so I was going to go see this early this afternoon. I can't see it till late at night. I don't know. Maybe I'll find a way to see it on Saturday. The stock market yesterday did really well, drifting towards record highs with the S&P, but then today he had a big problem with Walmart, so it kind of weighed Wall Street down a bit at the opening bell. I'm going to hope that things pick up and we stay near those records and people are reminded that there's a way to make the economy good, and it's to bring down prices so that more people sell things, especially the price of energy. Speaking of energy, it looks like MGM is going to be taking over James Bond. A lot of energy is going to be put into that, I'm sure, but all negative, because what better than to put another dress on another James Bond character from the very beginning? More Americans have applied for unemployment benefits, but layoffs seem to be relatively low. Well, that's going to change pretty rapidly in a story in just a moment. And the International Olympic Committee has found another sponsor in China through 2032. The final story here before we get to the bear news is IRS is going to be laying off 7,000 probationary workers starting today. And it's going to get much, much more aggressive after that. So if you work in the federal government, you may start already looking for a job. You are valued in the broader marketplace, so you can make more money, and maybe getting ahead of your compadres is not a bad idea. With that, we are done with the main stories. We have one more to go. It's the bear news. Let's go to bonus time. And in this brief bonus time, just one more time to say thank you to the generosity of all of you out there. We truly appreciate it here on the channel. Of course, our friend John Yulden sent a super chat during the course of the show. Just want to say thank you to John, and you should check out his channel. And I wish I had the link available, but I have great folks out there that can certainly do that. John Yulden, for £5 sterling proper money, says, wishing everyone a great day. Oh, yeah. And sub and subscribe. Indeed, my friend. Indeed. And much appreciated there. One last one before we get into the bear. And this is kind of an interesting story, or funny, in that Kremlin gifts the Culture Casino membership again. Thank you, Kremlin. Followed up by the great and powerful Hoove, who's amazing. Oh, by the way, Community Saturday. You're going to want to be here on Saturday, a couple different live streams and some conversations. We're going to talk a little bit about maybe pushing my Sunday show to earlier in the day, amongst some other decisions to be made. But thank you, Hoove, and thank you, Kremlin. Once again, look at this. Amazing stuff. Let's take a look at the bear, because the bear matters. Bear lives matter. And this bear, he copied another bear because he heard the food was good. That's right. So remember the Eaton fire and the bear that, crawled into the crawl space? Well, apparently he's made a home his own. Another bear that is nicknamed Yogi at this point is checking out the swimming pool, dining from the trash can, and definitely not moving. Kremlin drops another gifty, and in fact drops DL Fendel drops 5 gifties. Thank you, DL Fendel. The generosity flows in this room. Kremlin, you are a crazy person, one at a time. But yeah, no, this is for real. This is real. And thank you again, DL Fendel. I appreciate it. But as you look through the story here, there he is, chilling in the pool. This is a real story. So yeah, just chilling in the Pasadena area. So it's a second pair in the same location, taking up a tenancy in the crawl space of the evacuated home, prompting local frustration and fear about the creature's destructive capabilities. But he's just making himself comfortable, lounging by the pool, bringing food back to this crawl space from neighbors' trash at night, and says, I think it found refuge under the house during the fire, and it's definitely not moving. That's its home. So yeah, leaving claw marks on trash bins and all kinds of other things. This is same kind of situation, and the same thing that happened at the end of January that we talked about in Altadena. That was a 525-pound big black bear. But too large to be tranquilized. And this is just a new fella that moved in. Crazy stuff. I think it's rather fun and funny, but I can imagine it's a little bit scary for the neighbors. Pool's in good shape, though. It's kind of nice. Bear seems to like the pool. Anyway, I just thought that was fun. I always think things like that are fun. Kremlin is going bananas in the chat. Look at this. All kinds of amazing gifties left and right. You guys are incredible. I love it. Thank you so very much for the other 2 or 3 of those. And a wonderful chat from Buck Diver for 3. Culture Casino Cash saying, have the super sticker of a pear with a fist bump. Fist bump. That's right. Man, I love those super stickers. They're so fun. The animation's cool. We need to get animated GIFs over on the YouTube side, but I need to add to the one over on Rumble. I think I should be able to get that put together here pretty quick. Man, look at all these amazing beings. It's great to see you this morning, but we need to get you sent over to that Park Place for the live show because Morning Magic will be starting in about 4 or 5 minutes. Hopefully you have a chance to get over there and check it out. You can also check out the, Morning Magic, of course, but the WDW Pro Show. I'll be on there today with everybody. That'll be fun. And then I'm headed to the H-Cast, which should be amazing. And you're amazing for just being here. I want to say, as I always do, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, and until next time, see ya. For real.